His name, which means suffering, was given to him by his grandmother, who believed he was born during difficult times.
highlifeng.com.
In a small village in the western part of Nigeria, there lived a young Yoruba boy named Iya, which means suffering. He was born into a poor family. His name, Suffering, was given to him by his grandmother, who believed he was born during difficult times to remind them of their struggles and suffering they faced. Despite Iya's kind heart and intelligence, Iya's name becomes a burden. The village children always tease him, calling him all sorts of names like Trouble Boy, Suffering, Bitterness, and all sorts of names. He is often blamed for mishap he has no part in, reinforcing the stigma attached to his name. As Iya grows, his name continues to affect his life and everything around him. At school, teachers expect little from him, assuming he will bring nothing but trouble. He struggles with his academics, always coming last in class. He struggles to make friends and often feels isolated. His mother, Mama Iya, tries to comfort him, telling him that names do not defy destiny. But she feels the weight of the name and the poverty. One day, a newly transferred prophet who was sent to Ayetoro, where Iya and his mother lives, arrived in their village. He is known for his wisdom and spiritual insight. The villagers gathered to seek his blessings and guidance. Mama Iya, desperate for a change in her son's life, takes Iya to see the prophet. They waited in a long queue, hoping and waiting for a miracle. When he goes to that turn, the prophet looks deep into Iya's eyes and he asks for Iya's name. And upon hearing the name, he paused and shook his head. The prophet then smiled and spoke to the crowd, explaining that names carried power and prophecy. But names can also be transformed through faith and prayers. It tells Iya that his name, which means suffering, also holds the potential for great strength and resilience. The prophet prays for Iya, asking for the borders of his name to be lifted and for his true potentials to shine. He declares that Iya's life will be filled with blessings, good news, joy, and success, transforming his name from a symbol of suffering to one of greatness. Following the prayer that the prophet prays for Iya, Iya feels a renewed sense of hope. And slowly, things began to change. He excelled in his studies, gaining the respect of his teachers and peers. And the villagers, having witnessed the prophet's declaration, began to treat Iya differently. They encouraged him, recognizing his talents and kindness. Years passed, and he grows into a confident and handsome young man. He becomes a leader in the village, using his experiences to help others who feel burdened by their circumstances. His names, once a symbol of suffering, becomes a beacon of hope and inspiration. He embodies the transformation that the prophets foresaw, proving that names do not defy destinies, but character and faith do. He stands in front of a group of villagers, both young and old people, sharing his stories. He told them never to allow their names or the problems or the circumstances around them to hold them back. And he also told them that they should be mindful of the names they give out to their children, for it can also affect their destiny. And he are looking up at the skies with smile on his face, reflecting on his journey, on how he moved from sorrow to greatness, gladness, joy, and prosperity. Thank you for watching to the end. Please give the video a thumbs up